Hello and welcome to the Hedges Redraft Fantasy Recap. I'm your host, Zachary. I came in last place last year, so I guess I'm recapping the whole year. Before we get into the Week 1 review, I want to thank Shandell for doing such a great job last year. She made it look like a lot of fun, but now that I actually have to do it, I'm not actually looking forward to it that much. Before we get into Week 1, I'll talk about the offseason. I want to discuss the departure of General Manager Trisha Burns. It seems she's going to be undergoing a medical procedure pretty soon, so in her stead, we're going to have Rebecca Burns take over her spot. Speaking of the offseason, how was that long draft, everybody, huh? That was pretty fun. Let's do that again. All right, guys? Okay, that was a bit rude, but I'm just mad because almost no teams from Michigan won this week. Anyway, without further ado, here's Week 1. Jake loses to Stacy. Jake, the reigning champ, found himself in a bit of a Super Bowl hangover as his trusty veterans turned out to be not so trustworthy. The youth on his squad did most of the heavy lifting in this low-scoring opener. Meanwhile, Stacy found success on the ground as her running backs bowled over the competition. Justin triumphs over Rachel. Justin pulls out a win despite the annual poor performance from Joe Burrow in Week 1. The Buttery Biscuits make a splash with the exciting rookie Emeka Egbuka posting the most points from his team on week. Brees Hall, who many counted out, totaled over 100 yards, exceeding expectations. Rachel struggled as Broncos stack Bo Nix and R.J. Harvey put up disappointing numbers for Week 1. None more disappointing than A.J. Brown nearly posting a 0 for the week, with a lone catch for 8 yards. That's her second-round pick, mind you, 14th overall. Shandell narrowly defeats Zachary. In a close battle, Shandell found success in quarterback Baker Mayfield and running back Bijan Robinson. You know his name is Bijan? Anyway, with a big assist from Denver's defense to secure the win, maybe that reach in the 11th round wasn't so ridiculous after all. Meanwhile, Zach did everything he could in an exciting Sunday night football game. The Buffalo Bills stack of Dalton Kincaid and Josh Allen were not able to amass enough to overcome the huge point deficit they were faced with. In the end, the difference of only 3 points were enough to pick up an L for the reigning league loser. Dylan versus Elizabeth. In a similar situation, Dylan fails to overcome the point deficit with DeAndre Swift not scoring enough to make up the difference in their matchup on Monday night, despite stellar performances from Lamar Jackson and Puka Nacua. Elizabeth wins with her strong outing by most of her roster. A scary early injury from Xavier Worthy led to a 0 on her scorecard, but she was able to make up for it. Rebecca just misses against Matthew. In her redraft debut, new manager Rebecca has a decent outing. Growing pains from her rookie wide receiver Matthew Golden, along with poor performance from the Lions, were a recipe for disaster. She'll look to turn things around with Travis Etienne scoring more points on the bench than double the scores of both her flex players combined. Matthew, just like his mother, found huge success in the running game. His running backs accounted for nearly 70 points, most of which were on the back of Derrick Henry. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Derrick Henry is simply not human. And lastly, Jared versus Shireen. Jared's risky drafting paid off with the trifecta of question marks each hit above 20 points. Christian McCaffrey, Garrett Wilson, and Justin Fields all played with a chip on their shoulder, and it showed. On the other side of the ball, Shireen was unable to trust her blue-chip veterans, and Justin Jefferson, DJ Moore, and David Montgomery all missed the mark by 5 points or more. That's all the matchups for this week. I look forward to breaking these down more. What in the world?